This video is going to be about 1973 Petroleum Crisis. Our team is composed by Fabiola, Natalia, Maximiliano, and Alan. Between Second World War and year 70s, Japan, United States, and Europe were massive petroleum consumers. Meanwhile, the American dollar started to devaluate because of Vietnam War. In so much, President Nixon decided to unbound the American dollar from the gold standard, finishing the pacted system that Bretton Woods agreements established.
Adding to this, there was a new war impact, the war from Yom Kippur, that resulted in the OPEC countries deciding to establish an embargo to Western countries that helped Israel in the conflict. Because of the strong dependence existing between petroleum coming from the Middle East and the Western countries, there was an important economic crisis as the price of the same rice mounted in the 2.50 US dollar to 10 US dollar per barrel.
Because of this augmentation in petroleum prices and the problem derived from the ministry, different countries started to choose to lower their dependence to the raw petroleum and search for new energetic sources. France, for example, chose nuclear energy, while the United States and Canada chose to burn wood and coal. Many OPEC countries nationalized raw petroleum companies to ensure public income notably. Arabic countries that export petroleum experiment a notable economic quickening in a short term, but not in the long term.
With the embargo that was held to the Occidental countries, there were very important problems of energetics ministry that started to cost large money sums. After the embargo was lifted, we saw many bad consequences, like inflation to economies and prices of their goods, notable economic slowdown, among others. These agents opened the term to stagnation. Derived from these events, there were new upcoming changes to the world. Because of the crisis, the schools and offices in different countries needed to close and stop operations, often to save and lower energy consumption. They also fired many workers due to storages and expenses.
Another example is that in the United States, the oil gallon price went from 38.5 cents to 55.1 cents in just 3 months. In the meantime, in 1974, the New York stock market lost around $97 million in barely 6 weeks. The crisis took a great share with different companies, making the automobile manufacturers in the US and in Japan to make more small and compact cars in order to save petrol.
In short, we can conclude that the petroleum crisis had extremely bad consequences like 1. Put it an end to the 30 glorious years of the economic flourishment that France had. 2. The doubling of the price of the raw petroleum. 3. Economic slowdown of the Western countries. 4. In the long term, it takes companies to take new energetic policies to fight inflation back.
Globalization effect can have many good benefits for the economic quickening, cultural exchange, and market development, but it can also bring the economic and political affairs, also problems worldwide.